highest confidence coming into these opening matches, and I don't think it's guaranteed they get through challengers in the first place. Complexity are a team that are probably just outside of most people's picks to get through of the top 8, and are underdogs in this matchup, of course, but have a chance to show that they could play close to a team like Vitality, who are not on their best form.
So let's see it, folks. Map 1 of the Antwerp Major, and it's underway. We've already got this slow creep and crawl from Vitality, maybe expectant of something out of Complexity's apartments setup. Oh, excuse me, inversed. Dupreeh waits in the apps. First contact, no kills. They get ever closer. And off that flashbang, they decide to pop. Dupreeh suddenly, quick hit. Magisk is the one to come in with the kill, and a second. Then Fang swings out from pick, gets the better of him, grabs the USP, and they're just cautious for a moment, thinking of a quick flank maybe, but it's nothing but this rotation here. Vitality, they went for that 3-player B setup, and now the retake's on. Fang, deep corner. Nade is perfect. That's him softened up. And then the 2 others of Junior and JT deep in pit. They wait. Smoke fades. Double Vitality wrap onto the short side. They still have the utility to get the players out of here. And sure enough, Apex hits a cracker of a headshot from deep on Arch. Junior blinded, can't help Fang whatsoever. Clean retake here from Vitality.
That's impressive. Usually when that Moto smoke goes down, after 2 successful entries, getting into pit with control that quickly, the round is over 90% of the time. The interesting part about this is it doesn't damage the CT setup too much. So everyone's in a spot where they're comfortable actually not moving very much. So it'll be hard to find a timing for the T side, but grouping and hitting is, of course, the key. Right now, Dupreeh on site only has 1 health, so that'll make the big difference. It just comes down to whether or not this can be identified fast enough. And Dupreeh gets isolated. The rotator comes around from Zywoo, and he'll be late to help him out.
Yeah, this is Complexity breaking through. JT, creeping crawl through smoke, and a movement from Zywoo that didn't tilt the scales back in their favor whatsoever.
Yeah, that's well done.
Complexity are in.
Yeah, that's a super solid round. And we know that on T sides, I think. I have a lot of confidence in JT to call really cohesive movements between their players. Again, some of the individual inconsistency is a problem, and that's something that transcends Complexity. That's just most teams in Counter-Strike have an issue with consistency when it comes to T sides, entering, individual efforts. But as you mentioned, the interesting part about what we're calling the core on Complexity, if we're going to say it's Fang, Floppy, and Grim, well, it's not the Opper. Of the 3 players who are the most reliable, probably best players on the team, Junior is just out. Look to see if anyone is going to challenge them from oranges or CT spawn. They don't see that to get into the site, and Misutaa outguns them. And yeah, that's what he's best at.
Oh, pressure again. Misutaa gonna find his entry. 4 health, but Fang, dude, poor guy. He has just been bombarded by grenades on Banana.
There was 0 support there. He had no smoke for himself, no window flash, I don't think, to stop the CTs from coming down. They gave him an AK. They said good luck.
Nade comes out, chips down Grim. Dupreeh and Magisk in the pit. Grim does manage to get across towards Hay Bales, so there's this little minute opening maybe for him, especially versus Misutaa, but not with Magisk shooting that sharp. Dupreeh, easy kill versus Floppy. His back is turned, and Misutaa will tuck into that bomb site as the last 2 members of Complexity try to work their way through mid. It's the Deagle of JT, the AK of Junior, and Apex on the Moto hold. Locks this one in. Another 2K, and it feels like all the multi-frags.
They even try to continue to challenge, and then they know it's a 4A setup. But it's so late now, the CTs have time to rotate over. Apex has an incendiary here at the 40-second mark. And some flash support as well.
Flash goes in.
Oh, he's not using it.
Perfect.
Ooh, okay.
Junior would have had a shot at that. But instead, it's Apex just locking in this B hold. Grim on 50 health. His 3rd victim. 1 magazine, 3 kills, and a solo B play from Apex. Looking good.
They're playing very lean CS. It's every nade is being used adequately. Like that late nade that hit Fang this time at the bottom of steps after he tried to delay
everything.
And come out.
Yeah.
They are being very smart and clearly are incredibly prepared for what Complexity want to bring. And when we look at the minimap, in all of these different moments, you just see the CTs perfectly well set up for the attack that is coming, whether they realize it or not. Starting to move now over towards B, thinking, wow, can we get it right 6 times in a row? Surely not. We must be wrong eventually.
Apex tuned in. A little bit of a stress point here as the silence creeps across the map. Grim and Floppy ready to posture from the apartments, and they just get shredded. Magisk and Dupreeh. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean.
Just 15 and 6, and those three right there. Whew. Oh, and then of course, JT's melon gets popped through Floppy. He comes back at it, kills Fang, and it is Vitality 13-1, kicking NA while they're down. Can Zywoo win a game of Counter-Strike without dying?
Why'd you say that? Tell me why you said that. Why'd you say
I
that?
had to.
I wouldn't say something like that.
Let's see. Let's see. As Floppy goes headhunting towards mid, Apex. Dude, how many times has Apex killed them on this flank?
God
and now
damn it.
he's the guy that's going to wait them out.
He knows this flank.
Oh, but one just, yeah. He's got players in both directions. JT's going to go down in CT spawn. Floppy pushes mid. Things are getting weird.
Okay.
And Zywoo's still alive.
Oh, and they go back to A. Junior, it's coming to you.
Dude, it's got to be him. And he takes a higher position. You'll be exposed fully. And Misutaa finds that headshot as
Rotation's here.
Magisk pirouettes through the bomb site. Misuta's going to keep this one clean.
Misuta's owning right now.
Dude, 15-1. Unless Grim and Fang can come through on this retake. Fight towards top mid gets a little awkward. Zywoo, last man standing. How poetic.
If he dies, it'll be the first time he dies this match, this major.
Grim's looking for him. Can't
Oh,
find
he can't
him.
die.
11
He can't
and
die.
0. As by definitely the caged animals in this situation, and the Apps play, albeit aggressive, to their detriment. They go down by 2. 4 versus 3 to close the show with a very lopsided opener here at the Major. And I would say, you know, a real exclamation point at the end of this victory for Vitality just means, you know, give us a better contender. If they're gonna chop down the teams like Complexity this easily, then I want to see that 2-0 best of 3. Today is the day to get that locked in.
Yeah.
You know, if you just got to play this well today, and then 3 chances. But alas, get this bomb in. There's still the prying eyes of Junior. Smoke denies that vision. Plant is done. JT walking around these corners. We met by Magisk's Galil. And as much as it hurts to say, NA, this one's all she wrote.
I'm getting ready to go back into my spot for the end of this. Yeah, we'll give it our best go of it here. Okay,
Done.
he goes down. Zywoo has not died at the major, and we played a whole damn match already.
You don't die, man.
17.